Now, now I'm all sweaty, right, from all that, right? Right, that's sweat. But I've done the bench press, the fly, the bench press. I mean the bench. I don't know what you call it, but um, the um, the straight punch bench press. I guess you would call it, right? Because what it is you're doing the punch like this, straight, right? So that's all you do though for today, right? You don't go back to the weights. You don't do nothing the rest of the day with the weights, right? That's all you do is a little workout, right? So the problem is, when I woke up in the hospital, I felt pain in my back and ankle, even though they were acting like I should be paralyzed from the waist down. Obviously, I could sit up and move my arms around. There's no real blockage at the neck. Which, like I said, with the car wreck, the C2 or C3, one of them anyway, had what's called a lot facet. But it was as if it was being healed, right? Too, right? Usually with something like that, right, it takes about 6 weeks. Cause see, the bone will be pushed in from the windshield, I guess, or a bat or whatever, collapse it on my head. So I'm gonna take about a 12, 13-minute walk. First thing too, my weight this morning was about 222.8 pounds, right? 322.8 pounds, right? As well. So once you do it on the first day, tomorrow you ain't got to worry about it. But then you do it the third day. So today is Saturday, or Sabbath day for the Jews, right? So Jesus healed on the Sabbath day, right? There was a reason that was allowed, right? It was to show that God works even on the Sabbath day. Now the question is, if The guy who picked up the stones on the Sabbath day, I mean the stick, on the Sabbath day, when did they stone him? The same day? Well, if you can't do no work and you're picking up stones to stone somebody, that's work too. Right. But maybe Moses is testing you to see if you know good for bad. Okay. So you gotta also realize if your leader makes a bad law and it's bad for somebody and they want to kill somebody, right? Then maybe they're trying to have a problem with that person with their own agenda. Now, you're not aware of anything, but maybe they are. Mm-hmm. Especially if you believe Jesus can heal you like the Wolverine. Anyway. Now, do I know anything happened? No. But that don't mean something couldn't have happened because I was asleep for almost close to 10 hours. Right. And again, with bodybuilding, the higher the weight, the lower the reps. Right? Like if you do like 50 pounds, which is 25 and 25, or 40 pounds, which is 20 and 20, again, that's still a part of bodybuilding, but you might could do like 40 reps of that. Right. If it's first thing after you've been resting for a while. That's what I mean too, right? Now I found out that I gotta send in another order for the water therapy, which I'm trying to get. So I gotta call my doctors on Monday. I gotta talk to Vote Rehab about, again, if I can go back to school for music producer, bachelor's degree. Like I said, I'm gonna at least try to do it. I don't see why I couldn't do it, but like I said, I know general music through chorus. And like I said about chorus, it's about putting your voice together, unless you're doing a solo part. Now, what this is to do is to try and loosen up my body, right? But it's not at this time that the arthritis will get really bad, though sometimes it can. It all depends. But I've been doing this since around 2005. And on. So I left the hospital on crutches, which is in the medical ward. That means I was upright and walking to begin with. Anyway, which again the Navy noted for me. Well, they also noted pain in the sacrum, which I didn't understand, right? As being for a different reason. But they basically just said I broke my left pelvis, right, and left ankle. And that's all I really knew about it. I don't remember talking to them in detail either about it. Even if I'm interacting with them, my mind could not retain memory at that time. And that's also why if my stepdaughter came in there to me within, say 15 seconds, and I brought her back to her mom or whatever, right? I don't know specifically how long she was in there with me. I don't know. or not even. But someone knows, which that's the problem. How do they know? How do they know? So there's more than one person involved, though. Now, by sight, you might think, well, my ex-wife did it because she was the one she went to bed with. But that don't mean that. Nope. There's another culprit, her biological dad. And this might not be something she wants to consider, but in order for me or Daphne to coach her, which would be kind of crazy, we were fighting at the time, ourselves, we would have to have her alone and do all that on our own. And you can't coach someone you're not alone with, right? Either. This is basic pedophilia, right? And how they do it. Also, I'm in the living room. All right, if there's pedophilia going on, the child is usually in their own room, right? The dad waits for the mother to go to sleep. I don't know. And then he goes into the room to the child. If you watch SVU a lot. Like I kind of do since I'm at home most of the time. I watch kind of repeats or things like that because they almost have a all-day marathon of it. I don't think I watched the whole episode. I channel surf a little bit. But the thing is, most of the movies on now, I've done seen at least once. So I'm just kind of rehashing it, watching it again, and just being calm about it. No problem. No problem. Right. We all do that too. I know. Now, here's the ultimate irony, though. You think it's bad that Darth Vader is your father. What about Satan himself? Well, if he's Cain's father, also called King in the English, right? Right. Now, my right foot's kind of been giving me problems in the side of the foot a little bit too, and on the arch, because I keep having to slam on brakes suddenly. Now, another point is even after Miss Thompson, Sarah Thompson, had a stroke, she still can kind of walk, but she had to build up to that. She might really need a cane. Now, I also got my dummy, like I told you yesterday, too. Alright. Now, this is kind of like a Wing Chun dummy, too. But basically, what it's for is to block and move your opponent. And to teach you how